Ranjan Barwa for inviting me in this capacity building workshop. Actually, he has been requesting me to do together many MSME schemes, but unfortunately, due to manpower shortage in my organization, I'm unable to respond him. But this time, in spite of our very busy schedule, I accepted and present myself in this very important capacity building workshop. As I said, because of March ending, I am unable to show you a slide also, and I must ask for your forgiveness. I will only rely on my speeches. So coming to today's program, capacity building is very important. This workshop is held at the right time, I should say, and I hope that the right persons also attended these workshops and got something out of this workshop. We have done so many seminars and workshops, but there is no definite measurement out of these. How many seminar or workshop actually bears the fruit? And I do hope that in these 2 days capacity building workshop, something improvement, particularly in the business community, will come up. This is my individual expectation. And as you know, capacity building is not only necessary for businessmen, for everybody, whether it is a farmer, whether it is an employee, one must continuously improve one's capacity. Actually, capacity building in a short sense means improvement of oneself. If you are in a business, you have to improve. In management theory, something like continuous improvement. For that only, we used to do seminars and capacity building. So, I am representing the Ministry of MSME. This is the central government. At present, I am holding the post of this joint director. Our office is located there at Industrial Estate, Tagyapat, and presently managing the entire affairs of Manipur in respect of MSME sector. Everybody knows nowadays the importance of these MSMEs. As our previous speakers have also mentioned it, the role played by the MSME sectors in the economic development of the entire country. So this sector is next to agriculture in terms of economic contribution and employment generation. Why we encourage people to take up MSME as their career is to generate employment. Once you are an MSME owner, you cannot do everything alone by yourself. You need hands. So you become actually employment generator in the sense that you are employing at least 10%, say, in your unit. So in that way, you are also the employment provider as well as you are also self-employed. This is the importance of MSME and why we always encourage particularly young generations to take up this MSME sector as the career. And in the same way, the government of India also realized the need and importance of this very important sector of our economy. So many schemes have been launched to improve the MSMEs so that they become productive as well as competitive also. Now we are living in a global world actually. It is not like the past 60, 70 years. Now, practically we are living in a global village. So, in that sense that competition has to be there, and competition is very high, and everybody should be prepared to face the competition. If you are not willing or confident enough to face competition, I think it is better you do some other works. This is one of my suggestions. So you must be confident enough to face the stiff competition, particularly in the marketing sector. This is one most important factor. Why so many MSMEs, in spite of so many support schemes, in spite of having so many infrastructure, they used to come down. Means they could not be success because they are not confident enough to face the competition. I come across in one magazine that in India there are so many startups, and around 75% of these startups fail within the next 3-4 years. Same thing may happen in Manipur also. So we need some kind of continuous improvement, what I mean to say. And by neglecting this continuous improvement, we are not able to face the continuously changing market situation. And ultimately we fail to catch up with others, and naturally we have to be out of the box. That is a very important point for this present MSMEs and the upcoming MSMEs also. Now, coming to this Udyam registration, this was launched by the ministry. Time to time it was upgraded. Earlier it was SSI registration, and from there it was upgraded to Udhok Aadhaar, and last year it was again upgraded to Udyam registration, and particularly the online mode of registration. The government is under the theme of ease of doing business. This Udyam registration was launched by the central government and upgraded in last year. So all business entities, including MSMEs, has to file this Udyam registration. It is not compulsion, but it is an optional. Although it is not a compulsion, we request everybody who wants to enter into business to go for Udyam registration. Number one is that once you do this Udyam registration, you are automatically eligible for many of the government schemes. You will be recognized in the government schemes, and you can avail the benefits of various MSME schemes like your IPR, intellectual property rights, which we are saying earlier, and in the financial sector, like our banker friend has mentioned, and this mudra, whatever it be. So this Udyam registration will be an added advantage. Okay, it is not compulsory, it is optional, but will give you an value addition type of benefits to you in your business. So Udyam registration, my sincere and simple request is, let us go for this Udyam registration if you think of doing business, particularly the MSME sector. The next reason is, it is effortless. We call it hassle-free. You don't have to go to all those offices. So it is a self-declaration mode or self-authenticated mode. You can do in your home very easily, provided there is a mobile or a desktop or a laptop with an internet facility. So online and you don't have to go to other offices. You can do in a very short time, within half an hour itself. Only thing you have to keep with you is your Aadhaar card, your bank details, your mobile number. You must have one email and about some information of your proposed projects. Some information like how many manpower, what kind of raw material. The rest is available on the online itself with a proper address and all. It is not very difficult at all. Even class 10 standard student can also easily do it at home. It is so easy. And then after filing this, you will be getting the e-certificate that will be sent to you through your official email. You don't have to ask MSME office or the ministry or the DIC or whoever it is. It will automatically come into your email inbox after a few days. So that is the advantage of Udyam registration. And the government is always encouraging this business community to go for this Udyam registration. And our MSME sectors, as per the government policy, the investments and limits are also upgraded looking to the present market value. So our MSME for micro it is 1 crore, and for small it is 5 crore, and for medium it is 50 something. So these are some of the investment limits just to categorize the various MSME enterprises. My experience is that in Manipur it is more than 90% is micro units, and only few units comes under the small category. So this clearly shows that our industrial promotion as well as development is not up to the mark, so to say. Of course, there are so many micro units, but as you know, micro units are as good as sometimes informal sectors also. So growth is limited in these sectors. So we hope that more small units and medium units will come up in the near future in the state, and they will play a very big role in the economic development of our state. The next is, as per the topic given to me, this IP, intellectual property. Intellectual property in a modern business is very important. Our Ministry of MSME also focus in improving as well as adoption of this intellectual property in the MSME sectors. The ministry also understand the importance of IP in the export, because the present Ministry of MSME encourage export business to boost export. The present percentage is near about 40% of industrial sectors outputs from the MSME sector is exporting to other countries. So the Ministry of MSME would like to increase this percentage so that more and more MSME sectors come into export business. IP, as our previous resource person has mentioned, it is simply the product of this creation of mind. It is very important, and you don't need plant and machinery to create that one. It is only a creation of mind. For example, during the 1950s or 60s, big industry is identified by big land, big houses, big plant and machineries with very large number of employees. Now, with the passage of time, this is shrinking. So, you can do business without any physical asset also, out of your creation of mind. That is the advantage of IP, intellectual property in business. So, what I mean to say is, more and more business are going towards intangible assets than tangible assets. This is very important. For example, if you create proper brand, very popular brand, you can license or sell off that brand to other firms and companies and earn a revenue out of that. You can do business without having a building, without having plan and business. For example, in patent, for example, in your this trademark, copyrights, all these are intellectual assets. And as far as our role, means Ministry of MSME's role is concerned, we have established IPF center all over India to facilitate and promote intellectual properties in MSMEs. We have IPFC offices all over India, in Dept, in Manipur also, in Meghalaya also, forget about the mainland India. In all northeast states, we have set up IPF center. The main objective is to increase the use of these intellectual IP tools, so to say, tools in our businesses, to improve our businesses, to become more competitive, to earn more, and to be able to export. These are the policies and programs of the central government to boost this IP sector in IPs in the MSME sector. And we are also directed to do awareness programs, conduct awareness programs wherever, throughout the state. Here in Manipur also, in the current financial year, we are allotted 3-4 programs, but unfortunately due to manpower shortages and all, we are unable to organize a single program, and I felt very sorry also, because I know the role of intellectual properties in modern business. So it is, I should say, it is negative on our part. Every year we have been directed to organize not only awareness program, but also seminars and workshops. We can do 3 days workshop also on design, on copyright, on patent, on GI. 3 days workshop also. Necessary fund is available. Main difficulty we face is to organize in a proper way. That is one of the major failure on our part also. If we are able to organize these seminars and workshops, I can say straightforwardly that so many business, particularly MSME sectors, would really get benefit out of the program and boost their business and be able to export also. And next year, with the help and support of like-minded organizations, like Manipur University, like PhD Chamber, we can organize at least 3 days workshop. And our ministry also reimburse the fee or charges you have paid to the consultants for getting the trademarks also. So we subsidize to help the MSMEs for patents, For patent also there is two types of patent, domestic patent and foreign patent. All of these are reimbursable. Whatever amount you paid will be reimbursed by the government. All these intellectual property rights, maybe GI, maybe copyright, maybe trademark, even the processes also will reimburse. We have the reimbursement scheme launched by the ministry. Please note that if you happen to get this trademark and all, please do come to our office. We'll reimburse all the charges you have paid to get this patent, trademark, copyright, license. Unfortunately, in this current financial year, no applicant has come forward, maybe due to lack of awareness. I assume, and it may be correct also, maybe due to lack of awareness, nobody is coming. Because I have seen so many trademarks, brands in the market, new brands coming up. But nobody is coming to our office for reimbursement. Ministry of MSME has so many reimbursement or subsidy schemes, but not a single MSME people are coming to our office to avail all these subsidies. Maybe due to lack of information, or maybe they think that it is not necessary. And most of the subsidy schemes are credit linkages. So no entrepreneur has come forward to claim subsidies so far. And I don't know how the bankers will think it. This maybe the financial part is purely, as it is mentioned earlier, is mainly from private investors, maybe from friends, maybe from relatives. Unless it is through bank, we cannot claim these subsidies. We are giving 25%, 20%, 50% based on the scheme component. And till today, in my office, not a single entrepreneur has claimed a subsidy. I feel very sorry because government has kept a good amount of fund for these subsidies. For example, in credit linked capital subsidy scheme, the central government has kept more than 600 crores as a corpus fund. And it is about to be exhausted. And the ministry is reviewing the scheme. And they are thinking to put another corpus fund. So 600 crore is exhausted means only mainland entrepreneurs are availing the scheme. This is under technology upgradation. We need new technology to survive in the market, not with the all and absolute technology. Therefore, whoever wishes to set up enterprises, they must first think of new technology. Now, emerging technologies are there, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and Industry 4G, all these are slowly replacing the old systems. So we should take care properly that the kind of technology you are going to use in your enterprise. So this corpus fund is meant for technology upgradation of your MSME, so that you become more productive, you become more competitive, and you will be able to export also. So the ministry also, this intellectual property is coming under our MSME champion scheme. We call it this champion. We all MSMEs are champions of our Indian economy. So that if you are able to export with the help of IT assets, you become a champion. That is the basic idea. So these are coming under the this MSME champion scheme. Another component of the champion scheme is we call it Dept, zero defect, zero effect. This is also one of the most champion scheme of the Ministry of MSME. Another is the lean technology. Lean technology, we encourage the entrepreneurs to use the Japanese technology of this plant management, 5S, Kaizen, all these things. I don't know how many MSMEs in Manipur are using this technology. We are always thinking, to my mind, in the state, most of the enterprise are not very serious about the technology apprentice. This is one of our. We are always thinking how to survive. I think you please understand this too. We are always thinking how to survive with today, how much I will sell. Something like that. And in the whole process, we completely ignore about the technology needs. So, dear friends, it is my sincere request that as much as you are paying attention to your financial health of your enterprise, you should also pay proper attention the kind of technology you will be using. You can scale up your technology. As I said earlier, without scaling up your technology, you won't be able to face the competition. With these few words, I will wind up my speech here. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baite. We will now go straight to